Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lung Pamai, and in this video I'll be walking you through some of the useful Windows APIs which you can use to customize or enhance your user interface look and feel. I'll be including around 7 UI samples and also show you how to use these functions in your project. As always, these projects and source code are free for download and for use. The only request from you is to support my channel so I can keep sharing all this, more videos like this. So before we begin, please do not forget to subscribe and leave a like and also share this video if you found them useful. In a nutshell, by the end of this video, you'll learn or you'll come to know how to customize your user form in various ways. You can make it resizable, set it to full screen mode. You can hide the title bar, add a custom title bar as well to allow the user to move the interface. We'll also touch base on disabling the close button, incorporate dynamic menu with hover effects, and last but not the least, I'll also introduce you to a function called create polygon region, which you can use to draw, like the form into any shape. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Let me bring up some of these samples here. So the first one here, it's just a simple user form with the custom title bar. So if I press F5, as you can see, you can hold this custom bar, which is just a label here. You can move it around, okay, and you do not see the default one is hidden. So otherwise, if I just disable this part and load it up, this is how the form looks like, okay. So we'll talk more about the function in a bit and also how to use these codes. The second one, again, that this is the one example where you can resize the form. Uh, as you can see, it looks much better in this one. And also, I've added this menu, which you can incorporate them. And then the third, again, this is similar to the one we've used in the beginning. Nothing special with the custom, like a bar and then some of the layout just in place so that you can add your buttons there. If you have not seen this series, I definitely recommend you to check it out, where you can customize, draw your form like this, create a form like this with the custom dynamic menu. All these inputs that you can get from the user. So it's a very useful series. I highly recommend you to check it out. Okay, we did use some of the Windows API in this one as well in the first uh, video as well, so it's a part of that actually. Okay, and this one as well is just again another layout with the without the title bar and the close button and everything hidden off. And this one again, it's a similar one with a different shape and then the title bar with a different color. And then this one is the one I'm talking about, the polygon region. So you can draw the shape of the form in a way you want using the points. Yeah, I'll talk about that as well. You can also do a different thing with this. You can draw the form size in this fashion as well. I've added some hover effects. We'll talk more about this. And one more sample here will be you can draw the shape of the form in this fashion as well. I don't think we'll ever need to do in that fashion, but who knows, right? For you, um, everybody has a different requirement. And then this one is to be launched from here. So if I run this up, you see here is a logo, and then this is the default title bar, and then the close button has been disabled, so we can close the form from here. And we can close using this button. So you can add all your controls in the way you want, and then you can use this Windows API to control certain of this part of it. And this one is another way to control the close button. So the close button is there, but when you click on this, it says please use the cancel button instead of this button. Yeah, so that is also another sample which you can use in your project. Okay, and then these are the APIs. um, basically, like this APIs, I did not write it. Of course, I didn't write it. This has been there for a long time. I've added some links here which you can read further. I think I've added in some of this form as well. Just give me a sec. Here as well, there are some links which you can read through. So again, as usual, just drag and drop this Windows API UI module into your code. This class is only required if you need this menu uh, to be incorporated. This hover effect with the dynamic, like once you add more menus, it will automatically pick it up. So this class is only required for that. For example, in case you use this in your form, you can just replicate this. For example, let's say that we want to add one more menu. Just copy this label or anything, any control, and add it here, or wherever you want. For example, you get the idea. But if you have not seen this video, which one is it? This video, add this one, second episode, add the web-like effect. So this video talks a lot about how to use this class and how to create your own class as well. So do check it out. Now going back to our form. So I've added this one. Let's call this new demo, and I can reduce the space there. Top, let's say 16. Oh, sorry, 20. So this closer, and when I load this form up, this is there now. And when I click, it says this is clicked. So it's automatically gonna take whatever menu you add. These are just a picture of the form, but again, you can download these icons and you can set up in the exact way how it looks like here as well. Okay. Um, yeah, so that's for that. If you use that this custom menu, then you have to drag this one there, okay, and it will automatically understand. Sorry, forgot to add one more thing. So this is basically a frame. So once you select any control, you can know what it is, right? So within the frame, all these are labels that I placed in, and then all these labels are added with EFF just to so the when the user form loads up, all the controls with the tag EFF for the effect is going to be tackled by this class. Okay, so it will know that this is a dynamic menu control. Yeah. So before we jump into the full screen and everything, I'm going to go back here. So this function, okay, this basic function, the UI underscore, will take the form object first, and then if you put a comma here, then you'll see the second is full screen. Do you want to set it to full screen, or do you want to add a resizable? Yeah, so if I set this to true and then press F5, so now this is full screen. Yeah, okay, so this full screen, I think I need to make this like this. Okay, so this is full screen now. Again, if you are doing a full screen, first add a button so that you are able to close it. Otherwise, you might not be able to close the form, and you'll have to do end task. Unload me will just close the form. I'm gonna jump from here and there. Okay, so if you have any questions, just comment or email me. Um, Okay, so going back in here, let's say I want this to be false, and then I want this to be resizable, but not full screen, yeah? So F5, and then now it's resizable, okay? Resizable, and close, yeah? Or Alt F4 works for me, so it should work for everyone as well in case you didn't forget to add a button, okay? All right. Now, one more thing while we are in this one, when you hide the title bar, so for example, if I disable this line and load this, this is how my form looks like. So you're able to move around, yeah? But if you do not add this custom, title bar so that they can drag the form, it will be difficult to, like in case you're full screen, I think the user do not have to move the form. But then these days, lots of the users use like big screens, so it's not advisable to have a full screen user form. which will like fill the entire screen. So instead, I think it's more recommended to use like something like this. Okay, so for that reason, I've added this title, like title bar, custom title bar, which you can directly copy and paste it into your form. For example, if I insert a new user form here, what you need to do is just copy this bar, this title, Control C, or just right click, copy user form one. I'll just paste it here. Okay, and then copy the code as well. Let me quickly walk you through that as well. So I'm going here, I'm gonna paste this code. So we only need this for the title bar. So basically this is store the original position based on the mouse move. So if I load this up and I hope I'm not confusing anyone. I'm jumping from one to another. So if I just put a mouse move, we've already gone through this in the past in one of the episode where you can drag and drop the list items. So if I do me.label caption is equal to x and y. So x and y will give me the like where the mouse is currently located. Yeah. So this fashion. So if you can see here wherever the mouse goes. So similarly, this one works in that fashion. Okay. So here, when the mouse is down, meaning when you're clicking down to move the form, yeah, it stores this position, and then this is the mouse move, so it calculates where the position, the left and the top of the form, yeah, when you move the cursor. So that's how it is. So you move this and then put it to the top of your uh, user form, and then it's good to go. And then to use this function, we'll talk about the function itself, but you can just put this in the initializer, so user form and then initializer. So let's say that you have lots of code around here, you can put it at the top or at the bottom like this. Yeah, so basically again, this is to make it full screen. If you want a full screen, just set this to true, otherwise false. This is if you want to make the form resizable, then set it to true, otherwise you can set this to false as well. So by default, this is going to hide the title bar. Yeah, so this is okay, so this is a new one we have incorporated. So similarly, that's how you're going to incorporate it in your user form. Okay, so we've gone through this, and again, very quickly, if you're interested to know this in detail, the one that you are to watch will be, again, this one, episode 2, UI UX. So basically, what is going on here is this part is just setting the color. This part basically is storing all these objects in this class, yeah, using this class. Okay, and then when this class, when you go to this class, you'll see that when this particular object, whatever was hooked in the initializer, will be the click event is here for that particular object, and the mouse move event is here. Okay, so the effect that was coming there is from here. Okay, so this is how they're related. Okay, so yep, you just need to copy and paste this part into your code so that the menu dynamic hover like menu works. Again, these are same, like so that you can move around the form. Next one, nothing special to walk you here. It's the same, just setting the just setting the color, and then like launching with false and false. No full screen, no resizable. This one is also same. This one is also same. Yep, this is also same. This one, just give me a moment. Let's do that in this last part. Okay, so for this one is simpler. So if you want to follow this approach, when the user clicks, you tell them, okay, use this cancel button instead. Um, what you need to do is you just need to copy and paste this code in the user form query close event. Okay, so from here you can select this query close and you copy and paste this code there. Okay, maybe you will not need these two lines. This is just so that this label which is here becomes visible in case they click on that. Otherwise you can pop up a message box and then cancel, and then that cancel button will close the form. Yeah, so that's on that. And then regarding this close, disabling the close and setting up the logo, there is a code down here. This does that. This part does that. Okay. So this one basically launch the form, find the window, set the logo of that particular UI using the image in the form. So if I go here, I have the image hidden here. So this image comes up here. Okay, when using that as a logo. And then sends the message to the handler, and then removes the menu and then shows up the user form. So in order to run that, this is how you're running it. Just set this up. This one calls this function with this form. Yeah, so if I F5, this comes up in this fashion. Okay, and then it hides that as well. This is just an image control. You can set the image control and load the image dynamically, or you can also just like set the image, static image as well. That's up to you. And then yeah, that is how you're gonna use that function. Coming to this last part, I'm gonna walk you through that as well. Um, just one sec. Okay, this polygon thing. So I have personally never used this, but this is might come quite handy. So I'm just giving you that. Just ignore all this. These are just old alphabets with the this font type called web things. Okay. Um, so these are set up using those webbings and the color is set in that fashion. So if I press F5, okay, let's do sample 2, which is like looks like a proper form. So here you can see the hover effect is there. Okay, it's easier to set in this fashion, um, because if you put an icon, then changing the color becomes a bit tricky in this area. Okay, and then this is the same one that we have walked through just now. And then if you go back in this code here, the basic thing that you need to, for the guys who are using 32-bit, you might not need this, but it's okay to have that as well if you have 64-bit Windows. Coming down here, these are some of the samples that I've included. This first one, this coordinate, these are all the basically the polygon is you're creating a shape by joining all the straight lines with these points, right? So if I press F5, this is how that first array, this part is creating that, yeah, and by calling this particular function. Okay, and then this is currently set to 28, but we are just using I think 4 of it. Okay, so 5 including the 0. So you can set up these points and create your own shape in this in a fashion like this. Uh, Shape 2, this one is for creating a sample form. This is like this. So in reality, as you can see back here, this is a much bigger form, but it just draws a form in this area only. Yeah. So yeah, this can also be a good it might become useful in some way. Okay, so like this form looks pretty thin and smooth. You can set it up in this fashion as well. Okay, and the last sample, yep, that was for Pentagon, is it? This shape. And that these are all the array codes that creates that. Okay, um, you can easily generate this using PowerPoint, like coordinates, like points or Excel as well, shapes as well. Okay. And you have nothing special that I can tell you about here. Just ignore this. This was my son playing around with me, and then These are just for the mouse effect. So when the mouse is on top of this, we want to change the fore color of this to this color, similarly to these four controls, and then this part resets the color. So if I set this to 2 again, F5, so the hover effect, that part is taking care of this. And what else? So that's pretty much. So basically, again, what you need to do is just drag this into your project, and then when the user form loads, this is the function it calls. Basically, these are the ones that it uses to about the making it a full screen, maximize. When the maximize is closed, basically it just sets the window state to maximize, and then it just moves the user form to the extreme here. From here it just moves to set the width of the application and then the height of the application. The user form height and width is same as the application. And then yeah, that is for the full screen. Other than that, yep, this part basically finds the window, get the handle, set the window, and then draw the like draw the form. Yeah, so if you scroll down here, this you'll see that I've just like make it a bit simple to use, so you don't really need to understand this. But yes, there are for example, I think you can just go to Google. I've added more reading materials so that you can get all the different like extended styles and all the other APIs and the constant variables that you can retrieve. I've already added here, but you can still go and check it out yourself. And then yep, so based on the parameters that you passed, it's gonna set that up, so you don't really need to go here and play around, but feel free to change the values and do and see how it appears. That way you might find something as well that you need. Okay, definitely like I'll be happy to help out if there's anything that you need help that I can answer. But yeah, this APIs have been there, and I did not write this at all. Okay, um so I think that's pretty much it. um do play around and do let me know if you have any questions that I can help out. Yep. And it will be very helpful if you can share these videos with your friends. I'm gonna be uploading maybe in a couple of hours or tomorrow morning. I'm gonna upload this project so that you can download it from the form in the automated system. And then it will be very helpful. Again, yes, if you can leave a like if it is helpful and share this with your friends. So thanks again everyone for watching and do have a great day ahead. Okay, bye bye.